Hello, children. I welcome you to today's radio learning program, produced by Rwanda Education Board with support from UNICEF. I'm Teacher Mary, and I'll be teaching you social studies specifically for P4. And I encourage our dear parents to support our children as they will be learning through this program. So children, are you ready for today's lesson? So can you get your notebook and pen so that you'll be writing down the notes that I will be giving you? Thank you, children, for doing that. So, children, who remembers what we learned in the last lesson? What did we learn in the last lesson? Okay, well done, children. In the last lesson, we learned about gender-based violence. And remember, we learned that gender-based violence is when you are hurt because you are a woman or a girl, or you are a man or a boy. And these are some of the causes of gender-based violence we looked at. We looked at poverty, use of drugs and alcohol, war and conflicts among people, frustration among people, unemployment among people. So that is what we looked at in the last lesson.
Come along and play with us.
So today we are going to learn about the economy, and majorly we shall look at needs and wants, which are under the topic economy. We are going to look at needs and wants. So if you have your P4 SST textbook, you could open on page 40. Open on page 40. And please, parents, check if the children are on the right page. So, children, we are going to do a very short warm-up. So can you stand up? Put your hands together and we shall be swinging our hands on the right and on the left. So this is how the warm-up goes. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Can we do that, children? Put your hands together and you swing them on the right and on the left as we are rowing the boat. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Wow, children, can you sit down? So, children, we are going to look at what is a need and what are wants. So can you write that in your notebooks? And I'm giving you 30 seconds. What is a need? A need is something you should have. And a need is something you should have so as to live, so as to be safe, so as to grow, so as to learn, and to be healthy and clean. That is a need. And what is a want? A want is something you wish you had or something you desire. A want is something you wish you had or something you desire, which is different from a need. Because a need is something you should have. You cannot live without it. You cannot learn without it. You can't be safe without a need. But a want is just something you just wish you had, something you desire. And you may want something because your friend has it. And also you can want something because you think it will make you happy, or you think it looks nice, or it may make your life easier, but not that you should have it. So that is the difference between a need and a want. Now, children, you're going to draw a simple table in your notebooks. And it is going to have 2 columns. One column for needs, another column for wants. Draw a simple table with 2 columns. One for the need and a want. Under the column of needs, make the list of needs that you know. And under the column of wants, you can also list the different wants that you know. Well done. So these are some of the needs. You need soap. Soap is a need. You need soap to wash your hands so that you can be clean. You need books so that you can learn properly. So books are also needs. You need food so that you can live. Food is also a need. You need a parent to care for you and keep you safe. So you need a parent. You need clothes to be safe from germs. So clothes are also needs. There are so many needs. And then the wants will vary. For example, as a child, toys are wants, because you can live without the toys, the things that you play with. And also as a child, having a watch is a want, a watch for seeing the time. You can live without a watch. So then, think if you can live without a need, and also think if you can live without a want. So whenever, children, you're going to decide to get things or to buy things, look at the need and the want. What is most important? Is it a need or a want? So you should choose between a need and a want.
Come along and play with us.
Welcome back, children. We were looking at the examples of needs and also examples of wants. Now, I have this question for you. How does the environment help people with their needs? How does the environment help people with their needs? Can you think of that question? And can you write down some of the answers in your notebooks? Children, remember that the environment is everything around us. The environment is everything around us. So the environment helps us to meet our needs and wants. The environment helps us to meet our needs and wants. So the environment gives us food. It gives us food. The environment gives us soil so that we can use to plant seeds and we have food to eat. The environment gives us soil where we plant seeds and we get food to eat. The environment gives us water. And remember, we cannot live without water. Water is used for drinking, for cooking, for washing, and so many. So the environment gives us water. The environment gives us shade and protection from the sun. Like trees. Trees protect us from the sun. Then the environment gives us materials to build houses. It gives us materials to build houses. So, children, as we have looked at how the environment helps us to meet our needs, we must always use the environment properly. We must always use the environment properly. So how can we make sure the environment is used properly? How can we maintain our environment? These are means of how we can use the environment properly. We must not chop down trees without a good reason. We must not chop down trees without a good reason. That means we should always have trees in our environment, because the trees, we said, they protect us from the sun. They also give us materials to build houses. We must plant another tree for every tree we cut down. Whenever we cut down a tree, we must plant another tree to replace it. We should save and do not waste water. We should not waste water and even save water, because we looked at the importance of water. We cannot live without water because we use it for drinking, for cooking. So we need to save it and not waste it. We also need to protect our wild animals. We need to always protect our wild animals. So those are the ways of how we can always use our environment properly. Now, children, we have talked about the wants and needs. And for us to get the wants and needs, there are certain things we should have. And what are those things we should have so as to get the needs and wants? So, this brings me to this question. What is money? What is money? Money is what we use to buy things. Money is what we use to buy things. For example, when we are sick, we use money to buy medicine. Money helps us to pay our transport. Whenever we have to move from one place to another, we use money to pay for our transport. And when we need to pay for water, we also need money. So some people have to pay for water. So money is very important. Now, children, remember, we said that money is what we use to buy things. So, whenever traders go to the market, they sell and they get money in exchange. So, to sell is to give something in exchange for money. Whenever people go to the market, they sell items to get money. So to sell is to give something in exchange for money. They give their goods. For example, they can give the bottle of water so as to get money. So they sell in exchange for money. And so people also spend money on different things. Whenever people get money, they spend it on different things. They spend it on food. They spend it on books. They can also buy a radio. Farmers can buy seeds to plant. They can also spend money on clothes. They can spend money on education. And also people can spend money on computers. So there are so many things that people can spend money on. So I have another question for you children. What do people do to get an income? What do people do to get an income or money? Can you identify the different activities that generate money or income? Can you write them down in your notebooks? So, children, to earn an income means to get money. To earn an income means to get money. We can get money if we work hard. We can get money if we work hard. These are the things people do to make money. People can keep animals and grow crops. In that way, they get money. People can cook food to sell, like in restaurants and hotels. People cook food and sell it. People can build houses for others, and in that way, they can get income. People can make clothes and sell them. For example, tailors. They make clothes and sell them, and in that way, they get money. Other people can look after other people's children. We call them caregivers. They look after other people's children. Also, people drive others in buses, cars from one place to another. Those people are always called drivers. They drive people in a bus or a car from one place to another. So whenever people do all these things, they are able to make money. Like we said, keeping animals, cooking food, building houses for others, making clothes for others, looking after other people's children, and also driving people from one place to another. All these things, people can do them so as to get income.
Come along and play with us.
Welcome back, children. We were looking at the different things that people can do to get money. So, children, as I conclude this lesson, let me summarize what we learned in this lesson. We learned about the needs and wants. And we said needs are things you should have, like water, food, clothes. And wants are things you desire to have, which are not very important, like toys, watches, and so many. We also learned about money and also the activities that can be done so as to get money. And we said the activities are like building houses for others, sewing clothes for others, cooking food for others, and also taking care of other people's children. We also looked at how to save and spend money. Now, for your homework, you will find out the activities that are done in your locality or area so as to get money. You are going to find out the activities that are done in your area or locality so as to get money. So thank you, children, for paying attention, and please, parents, continue helping our children as they are learning from home. I hope you'll join me in the next lesson. Bye-bye.